Now last year I went on to make $9 million.
$25,000 a day.
$100,000, $250,000, $330,000, $2 million a year, $10 million, $24.5 million.
Iman Gadzhi, a high school dropout who now has over 900,000 subscribers on YouTube, is worth $30 million, and he's only 22 years old. But he wasn't always this successful. He was born in Russia and lived there for 4 years under a very low income until him and his mom moved to London to live with his wealthy stepdad. He started attending private school, lived in a really nice home, and everything seemed to be looking up until his stepdad completely cut them off. From then on, Iman knew
I will 100% not be rich, I will be extremely wealthy.
At 14 years old, he created an Instagram page, posting motivational quotes, at first just for fun, but as his following grew, he soon realized the potential here. So he began growing other Instagram pages, and would sell promotions on his pages to e-commerce brands, which is where he made his first bit of money. And once one of the Instagram pages gained enough followers, he would sell the account for hundreds to thousands of dollars. As money started rolling in, Iman began buying theme pages from other people, and then renamed the accounts to appeal to larger audiences, where he would then sell the pages for more money than he bought them for. And by the end of 2015, he made around $10,000 just from growing, promoting, and selling Instagram theme pages. Now you may be asking yourself, still, how could Iman possibly make $10,000 at 15? Well, first I'll say it gets crazier than that as we go on, so make sure to finish the video. But the main reason is Iman didn't have a life. He was reading a book a week, had no friends, and was constantly getting picked on. But he didn't care because he knew the work he was putting in now would undoubtedly make him wealthy later. And as Instagram pages became less and less profitable, Iman found a new hobby to throw himself at: fitness. He started researching everything he could on the topic and drew himself into the fitness world as much as possible, which inspired him to become a professional trainer. He talked to friends and family and began networking at local gyms, trying to obtain his first few customers. And when he did, it paid off because by 2016, he had generated another $10,000. And while this was going on, he created a YouTube channel documenting his lifestyle. This skill transferred over to his next business, where he would take photos and videos for people. And then one of those people asked Iman if he could do this as a monthly service, and this is where his marketing agency began. He started creating a bunch of content for this customer's brand, which in turn helped grow their company. Iman reached out to other businesses as well, seeing if he could get his foot in the door with more clients, but it wasn't easy. He'd go on to spend the next 7 months looking for another client. Once he did, everything changed. It was a company called GenFlow, which at the time was worth $30 million. But the founder saw something in Iman and gave him a chance. He began working with them for $2,500 a month, which was his first big break. A few days later though, he signed another client for $2,000, and then another, and by the end of the week, he was making $5,500 a month. But wait, there's more. 30 days later, he signs his next batch of clients, but this time they're bigger, a lot bigger, meaning Iman can charge more money for a service. And he's now making $20,000 a month at 17. Halfway through the year, Iman passed the $100,000 mark and would go on to make $200,000 by the end of 2017. But it doesn't stop here. In fact, this is where the $1 million journey begins. In 2018, Iman hit his first $80,000 month, and by the end of the year, he made $500,000 just from his marketing agency. During this whole time though, he'd been posting about his journey on YouTube, and people started to notice. They were wondering what he did to make so much money, so he decided to create the 6-figure social media marketing course, which had so much demand that it made him $750,000 that year, meaning in 2018 alone, he passed the $1 million mark, making a total of $1.2 million. In 2019, he continued this upward trend, making $900,000 from his agency. He also renamed his course to Grow Your Agency, which was now an education platform that ended up doing $400,000 by the end of the year, which in total equals out to $1.3 million. But Iman also funded a school in Nepal and would go on to build 2 more in 2020.
Sickened by the new virus.
Deadly new virus, coronavirus.
Public health emergency.
A pandemic.
When the world switched to online, Iman didn't skip a beat, and as the economy skyrocketed, so did Iman's network. By the end of the year, his agency made $1.2 million in profit, and his course did $600,000. And rather than letting his money lose value to inflation, he invested $1 million each into 2 things: crypto and watches. 4 months into 2021, Iman's $1 million crypto investment was worth $7 million. But within 4 days of the spike, his portfolio had dropped down to $3.5 million. As the second crypto bull run came around, though, Iman was ready. He let his portfolio ride up to $12 million before taking his profits and putting them in stablecoins such as USDT and USDC. In 2020, Iman began buying watches as well and continued buying through 2021. Because back then, there wasn't as much demand, so these watches weren't as valuable. But by the end of 2021, that all changed. Iman's $1 million watch investment turned into $3 million. And this doesn't even include the money he's made from his businesses. The agency made $1.6 million, and the course surpassed $1.2 million, which takes us to today. 2022, the world economy has crashed, and Bitcoin has lost more than half of its value. Yet Iman has managed to make over 8 figures this year. He created an NFT membership called Jen's Croquet Club, which in the first day made him $2.5 million, and his businesses are doing insanely well, making him in total $1 million a month, which means in 2022 alone, he's made $7 million. But he also has his clothing company called Gadzhi and his YouTube channel. Right now, he's buying crypto while the markets are down, but next year he plans on investing a bunch of money into real estate. That's it. I hope you found this video interesting. It's the first I've made in this format, and I put a lot of time and effort into it, so I'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and maybe even commented down below. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.